Oh, what's up, Rock? You trying to fight me? Well, I'm the baddest guy around, dude. I'll kick your fucking butt, dude. People's elbow, more like people's ass cheek. Am I right? Ho! Here, Rock. You might want to take a seat before I put you on the ground. I'm gonna get that champion. Is the Rock a champion? I don't know. I'm gonna get that champion belt, Rock, or I'll have sex with your dad. Shit. So here's the packaging on this guy. It looks pretty okay. Nothing really like shit your pants worthy. Here you can see some things that I'm assuming have relevance to The Rock. I know that he's the people's champion. I don't know about this one right here. To be honest, I have no clue about wrestling. I just saw that this figure was $30 on a certain website, and I thought it'd be kind of a shit post to buy it. But here we are. Now, another thing that I did not know, I learned from the packaging, is this right here. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. See, growing up, I had always heard, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? I have never seen a full WWE match in my entire life. But this figure got me to consider it. And now you can see both him in the plastic packaging and the box. And I do this because I like to show off something that I don't know is common nowadays for SH Figuarts. The last one I bought was years ago. Oh god. So long ago. I don't even remember what year. But this is something I found that was pretty neat. I don't think they do it all that well. Or I guess they do this a lot more now, but this actual piece like snaps into place, and removing that reveals my phone falling onto the floor. One thing to note with the packaging is that these heads snap into place there, which is cool and all, but it makes it a little dicey because once you try and unsnap one, you run the risk of all of these hands popping out. And here is old Rocky out of the box. I don't have much to complain about here. It looks like, to me, on camera, he appears a little bit darker in his skin tone. That just may be because of my color grading. I think the face, this, the eyebrow face is sculpted quite well. I wish they had exaggerated it a little bit more, but not too bad. Moving down, we've got The Rock Speedo. Not quite sure why you would put your name on your crotch, but hey, to each their own. And then we move down to the boots and the knee pads. As far as I can tell, there isn't any kind of shading or highlighting going on down here. There definitely is on the upper thigh right there, but as far as the rest of the legs go, it doesn't look like there's much. Let's spin this bad boy around. One last piece of painting to note here is the tattoo on his bicep. I don't know the exact placement of The Rock's tattoo, but to be honest, it looks a little wonky to me. I think it was less painted and more of just a decal that they used and stuck on, which is understandable because something this small would be very difficult to paint by hand, so that's understandable, but it looks like the placement is a little bit off. I think it should be a little bit further to the left, but I could be wrong. So if I am wrong, feel free to cuss me out in the comment section below, and I will not give a fuck. Now I am about to get into the accessories that he comes with, but real quick I would like to I'm about in quick. I would like to get into a little little issue I have with his actual joints here themselves. When it comes to removing these hands, the ball joint there is a little bit thin, and it's kind of scary. It kind of scares me because it feels like I'm about to snap it in half, and it doesn't come with any extras, like I know the Figmas, I believe, do. His head was a bit scary at first, but over time I think the heads have all loosened up, so that's not a huge issue. But something to note, something to be aware of. In terms of accessories, he comes with this one I think I just shit my pants face, along with 2 counting hands. He also has 2 caramel dancing hands, along with his Terminator impression head. He also includes an I just got hit in the nuts face, along with ball protecting and head scratching hands. Something important to note about these hands, I think, again I'm not sure, because I have no context, is that these hands are actually articulated slightly. Finally, we have these sword gripping hands, but unfortunately, instead of swords, they only include a microphone for some reason. If he is indeed the people's champion, then why is his only weapon a microphone? Perhaps it's a commentary on the nature of the society we live in, where your voice as an individual is enough to defeat your would-be oppressors. In terms of accessories, my only complaint is that this math problem is a lot more complicated than I initially thought, and I really shouldn't have waited till the last minute to do it. Face is a little bit difficult to put on, but I'm sure you could fix that with a little bit of warm water, or a hairdryer, or a blowtorch. And that there aren't enough. As you'll see when we get into the posing, this guy is pretty awesome. However, there's no stand included, so it makes it a little difficult to get him to stand up. And I wish we had more stuff. I guess maybe the microphone is the Rock's only gimmick, but, you know, metal folding chair, maybe, you know, one of the big white folding tables, something like that would have been nice. Something a little bit more. And I would have liked to have more hands, more options when it comes to, you know, how to make him smack people, I guess. Because that's what this is about, smacking people, right? I think. It's called SmackDown, I could be wrong. I would say let me know in the comments, but I don't care. Now then, onto articulation. This guy has got, and I will show you right here, a double ball hit and a double ball joint at the top of the head. Get you one of these guys, and then feels like at least one ball right here. At the shoulders, we got one of those wing joints. We've also got another, looks like, double ball joint. Pretty badass. Get you a lot of motion in there. When we come down to the elbows, double jointed elbows. You also do get a slight rotation, slight rotation. You do get a rotation at the elbows. Pretty sweet. You got a hinge here and a rotation, and it rotates at both ends of this hinge, which means you can spin it around, get it to do whatever you need it to. It is a little tight, like I said earlier. moving a little bit further down, we come to the chest. Got a ball right here, and a ball right here. We get pretty nice crunch. And the back goes pretty far too. Now something I found interesting, if we move his freaking arm out of the way, is that we've got this ab plate right here. This plate kind of floats around, so you really can actually use this to maneuver it, so you can cover up that gap there. See, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And we move down a little bit further, we get to the hips. Now the hips are these interesting SH Figuarts hip joints. Normally he can only kick out about that far, right? But what you can do is you can unhinge it and it kicks out that far. Double jointed knee. I wish it had a little bit of rotation. You get a slight thigh rotation right up here at the waist, but it's not, there's not a lot. It's more that way, but I mean, that's not right. So, there's that. And then here at the foot, you get a slight ankle pivot. Just the most minute ankle pivot. It's not bad. Could be better. Feet hinges up that far, down that far, and you get that much of a toe. So, all in all, pretty good. As for some size comparisons, here we have the Rock next to my bootleg masterpiece Prout, the Super Action statue Anasui, and the NECA Ashley J. Williams. All in all, I think this figure is pretty sweet. If you're a big fan of wrestling, definitely go ahead and grab this motherfucker. It's pretty cheap, and if you just want a fun action figure that you can fuck around with, he's definitely your guy. Especially at $30 from a website whose name I'm not going to say, but I guess I'll link. I mean, maybe I won't. You guys should message them, get them to sponsor me, and maybe I'll link it. It starts with a B. My only real complaints is that I wish the thighs had some rotation. Maybe not even at the thigh, at the knee. Probably would have been cool too. And just more accessories with this guy. Like a flight stand probably would have fixed all of my other issues, to be honest. Except for maybe more hands. But that's about it, I guess.